In today's episode, you will learn how to configure the readings on the DG4 and DG5 driver panels using the KME NEVO SKY program. The driver panel parameters are located on the Configuration tab, where the windows and functions responsible for the gas system settings have been placed. The basic action you should perform while on the tab for driver panel configuration is selecting the type of panel that is installed. From the driver panel type drop-down menu, select the appropriate device from those available, the DG4 panel, square, with 4 gas level diodes, or the DG5 panel, round, with 5 level diodes. A silver aluminum ring is available for the DG5 panels, or a black one is available as an extra trim piece for mounting. Remember, the controller detects the type of the connected panel and shows the corresponding notification. The next step is to indicate to the system the type of gas level sensor installed. Remember, you can use the photo hints that appear when you press the magnifying glass button, situated on the right side of the selection box. Navigate to the gas level control section. If you selected driver panel type, DG4, select the status LED color as red or blue, which allows the system signals that you are running on gas using either a red or a blue light. For the DG5 panel, use white or orange. If you want the status light to remain off while operating on gas, check the disable option. When working with the DG4 panel, in the display scheme menu, you can choose whether the pre-reserved state should be signaled by the red light blinking or by having the red and green lights on at the same time. You can also choose the display scheme, 4 levels, which only shows 4 levels using 4 diodes. Below are sliders that allow you to set the thresholds for illuminating the gas level lights. You can set the thresholds for when the next LED should light up, depending on the gas level indication. The auto button on both panels allows you to start the automatic calibration process for the gas level indicator with the software. You must start the calibration before switching off the engine, before refueling when the tank is empty. After filling to full, you must turn the key to the ignition position to finalize the procedure. Remember, calibration must be performed during refueling from an empty to a full gas tank. You can also start the procedure using the driver button, as per the user manual procedure, the link for which is provided below the video. Below the mentioned buttons, the current gas level reading is provided. 2 values are displayed. On the right is the currently read value, and on the left is the averaged value. Remember, with the ignition on, the value readings update quickly to make it easier to set the gas level indicator. KME panels incorporate a light intensity sensor. In the indicator's brightness block, you can read the current dimming level, where 2 values related to the dimming level are displayed. On the right is the current value. On the left is the averaged value. When using any of the KME panels available, you can set the bright-dim threshold. The driver panel diodes have 2 brightness levels. With this slider, you can determine the brightness level at which the panel lights switch to the dim setting. The further the slider is moved to the right, the darker it needs to be for the diodes to illuminate with less intensity. At the extreme right position, value 255, the LEDs always shine brightly. In the buzzer section, you can adjust the volume and run a buzzer test to verify the buzzer is working. In the options block, you can easily enable or disable additional functions. Display of error codes in fault state. Selecting this option causes the light diodes display error codes when a fault occurs. This allows for easier identification of problems with the gas installation. Showing temperature for switching. When the system is waiting for the switchover, with the rising temperature of the reducer goes up, the number of gas level lights increases. Additional audible signal for gas reserve at startup. Once the reserve level is reached while running on gas, the system will generate a sound indicating a low level of gas in the tank. Sound signaling. If the option is deselected, the panel buzzer is inactive. This also applies to the fault state. Remember, you must inform the vehicle driver about disabling this option. Hide switching to petrol. When active, the driver panel does not signal by flashing LEDs the transition of the system to the petrol supply with automatic return to gas. Remember, inform the driver of the vehicle about enabling this option. Petrol operation signaling. If the system was started on petrol, it generates 3 sounds at equal intervals. Remember, you must inform the vehicle driver about disabling this option. Automatically switch to silent fault mode. If this option is checked after an error occurs, of an error signaled by the buzzer sounding, the gas controller will automatically silence the beeping after 5 seconds. Signaling switch to gas. If the option is selected, then before the start of the first gas injection, the buzzer will emit a short sound signal. KME gas systems feature a self-check function, allowing for the detection of incorrect operation of the gas installation. With these driver panels, they are signaled by alternating pulsing of the lights, together with a sound signal. The most frequent reason for error signaling is an empty gas tank. Clearing this alarm requires pressing the button to change mode, or the signal will be muted automatically after a few seconds. You will find a link to the light codes in the fault state in the link below the video. In the next video, you will learn more about the DG7 RGB multicolor panel